500 likes for the world's scariest ghost videos. A couple of months ago, depending on when you will watch this clip and in which list, I have featured a man who went all by himself to a cemetery to conduct a Ouija board session while staying in connection with his friends via phone call. That investigation was so good, I almost did something dirty to myself back then while editing the video, and it seemed so legit too. It most likely was a truly one piece of evidence of the existence of the ghost. But that takes us to the upcoming sequence of clips, which is more like continuity to that experiment, which was done by Brian. Brian was frightened back then, and who could blame him? The man was genuinely unaware of the outcomes and circumstances. Who could have guessed that a Ouija board could move itself towards the cemetery, entering it from under the closed gate, and then setting itself on fire? So after that incident, Brian went to his car after going into the cemetery and barely making it out in one piece. When he reached his car, his friends told him that there was a shadow figure one of them saw from the reflection of the car's mirror. Unfortunately, we couldn't see it on video, but Brian decided to drive away nonetheless. He finally made it out of there alive and safe. Or did he? I should definitely add the old ghost show sound effects when I say such things. As he was driving while still recording, the camera began to glitch suddenly. That didn't really frighten him, as he wasn't really paying attention to what was happening with the camera, but the car began acting all funky. It was most likely breaking down, not emotionally, but more like misfunctioning. In the end, he made it back home and sat in his room and at his table happily ever after. Or was he? Again, with that stupid dramatic question, he was afraid that an evil spirit might have attached himself to him, so he conducted a session to communicate with the ghost. And oh man, didn't they respond.
I don't know what to believe, bro. I don't know what to fear more. If it's like a spirit. What happened?
You got AAA?
AAA?
Yeah.
No. What should I be more afraid of, bro? If there's like a guy in there or spirits?
It could be a spirit, because a lot of people online say they experience guys. It could be a spirit. Oh, whoa, I saw a shadow. What the
Where?
Oh my god. Oh my god, that gave me the chills. That gave me the chills, bro. That gave me the chills. Oh my god.
Bro, clip it, bro. Clip it. Clip it. Where do y'all see? Where? I made it out. I got out. There's the bridge.
Yo, don't follow
bro,
me,
my car died, bro.
You're lying.
Nah, it died.
What the?
Bro, under the bridge, bro. Nah, bro. This is a spirit, bro. This is definitely the spirit, bro. Under the bridge, my died.
This crazy, nigga. I can't believe this shit. I can't believe this shit. Whoever don't follow me, I'm just horrible. Okay, shut the up.
Swear to God, bro. You could see the RPM, bro.
Oh my god.
Bro, what if now I'm scared to drive on the highway, bro.
Drive to the city.
Damn, bro, I got no power steering.
Are you getting weaker? Ask if it's getting weaker.
Are you getting weaker?
Oh, he's saying no. They say, are you getting stronger?
Are you getting stronger?
Are you possessing him?
Then say, prove it by opening the closet door.
Prove it by opening the closet door. Bro.
Oh my god!
Yo!
The full video of the second part when he drove back home was on his channel, but I lost the link, so I took the clips from his Kick channel, and not gonna lie, the situation he is in isn't really going to solve itself. When we talk about the backrooms, which at this point I think most of us should be familiar with, or at least have a sense of what it's like, one thing to keep in mind for those who don't know is that the backrooms are not just one place, they're on so many levels. But the question remains, what does that have to do with our next clip? Hear me out, Bill, because I'm about to drop you off in the backrooms if you don't. In the next clip, we have a janitor. In my opinion, I never liked these people in my school. I don't know why, but I always felt like they have the urge to do something inappropriate for children. But that's just because I heard bad stories about them where I live. But our next janitor is something else. Is he one of those you just mentioned? Nope, the man is clean to the bone. Did you see his x-ray? Are you trying to provoke me on purpose? This man was trying to put some bread on the table by doing his job. Bread, not any type of bread though, a French one. He says that he has been feeling some eerie presence around him, as if something is following him in this school when he is working alone, and, to be more specific, in the hallways. But to be even more exact, the balloons are following him. On paper, if someone gave me this as a scenario for a sketch, I would throw it at him, shout, and then do something dirty. But in the video, you will see that the balloon was actually following him, and based on the information, the school is built above a cemetery. Now you know why.
All right, I usually don't record while I'm on the job, but this is freaking me out. It's sort of unreal. I'm here at work. I'm here in the janitor's closet. Yeah, let me just show you guys. All right. Just to, I don't know, let you guys know this school was built on a cemetery. I don't know if that helps my situation or not, but previous janitors that have worked here have tried to tell everyone that, you know, every night something happens, some spooky shit. I don't know, paranormal or whatever you want to call it, but yeah, I didn't really believe them until tonight. I was in here cleaning up after some students had thrown a party, but what's been freaking me out is this one right here. No matter where I'm at in the classroom or what I decide to do, it just follows me. And do your thing, you stupid balloon. I got you on camera now, so let's just, see? That right there. Just ooh, okay. See, no. It just follows me no matter what. Ooh! No, I can't.
The second you mention the place is built over a cemetery, doesn't matter if the people there passed peacefully or tragically, you just know something's bound to happen in the next building put up on that ground. And on top of that, even the previous janitor had paranormal encounters at this school. This next video was a bit of a hard choice to make. It was like when you want to decide whether to go right or left on a highway that you have never been on before. It was like choosing between two beautiful, loyal, and well-serving women. It was like you were telling us what that action video is. How about that? Then you shall receive the information as you prefer and suggest. Here it goes. We have some friends, a bunch of friends, a group of them. They were like an army of some sort. Okay, we are making progress, even though it's a little slow, but it's something to be considered at least. These guys headed into a large parking lot filled with defunct buses in the Supango district in El Salvador. This parking lot has had a bad reputation for as long as I can remember, and the problem is that I don't remember anything, regardless of what parking lot we are talking about. But why? You mean, why did I abandon him? He was too expensive to stay in the house. What are you talking about? We meant, why does the parking lot have a bad reputation? Oh, I thought you were talking about my son. Well, they say that it's haunted, and there have been cases of people encountering shadow figures. So, for that reason, these guys are taking a closer look, as they were having a conversation with a lady who lives near the area, and who can provide them with more information about that place. They witnessed a paranormal activity live in front of them. The taillight of one of these buses turned on by itself, even though the bus had malfunctioned a long time ago and been abandoned ever since. But if you thought this was a technical issue, then how do you explain the shadow figure standing emotionless and motionless at the end?
Miren. Está encendido, ve. Están encendidos. Se han encendido las luces del bus.
¿Estará abierta la puerta?
No sé. Está encendida la luz del bus, bichos. Miren, bichos. Miren, bichos. Bichos. Miren, bichos. Miremos si no hay nadie adentro. Miremos si no hay nadie adentro. ¿Ah? No hay nadie, va. Miren, bichos, y no hay nadie. No hay nadie, bichos. No hay nadie, bicho. Está encendida la luz.
Acerca un poquito. Mira.
Ah.
Acerca un poquito el teléfono hacia adentro de alguna ventana.
Vaya.
Por ahí. Es que cuando ibas caminando escuché un ruido adentro. Buenas noches. Cuando este fue para allá y escuchó bulla ahí. Ah, pues solo se entiende.
¿Cómo se van a encender solos? ¿No? No, no hay nadie. Está encendido.
Está muy caliente.
Totalmente. Y ese está en función. Pero no creo que quede así toda la noche.
No, siempre es apagado.
I hesitated to feature the video at first since it only showed the tail light turning on. Creepy, yes, but not quite enough to stand out. Then I stumbled upon another clip where these guys encountered a shadow figure, and that really convinced me it was worth including. Whatever you do, always remember to keep the door of your bathroom always shut. The last thing you want in your house is a devil dancing in the corridor. I know this may sound strange, but the bathroom door is like a portal for demons to take over your house. Once I slept while my bathroom door was open, and I can't emphasize enough how horribly strange and scary these nightmares I had were. So, in the next video, a woman who was carrying her baby to sleep had her bathroom door partially closed. In other words, there is no other words, it was literally just closed partially. Anyways, the door was almost closed, but then, all of a sudden, the door was wide open. Now, she wasn't obviously watching over the door to see if it would move on its own. She was focused on the movie, but once she noticed the creepy incident, she took out her phone and began the recording. To me, it might have been just some wind that could have caused it to be open that way, but later, we discovered that the truth was far scarier than the expectations. I'm saying that as if I were about to announce the inflation rate. But as she was recording, there can be seen a shadow moving from inside the bathroom, something eerie and unexplainable. She didn't notice it, but she started asking whatever spirit or ghost in the house to leave, out of panic in that moment, not able to step any further into the bathroom.
The door is moving by itself. Oh my god. Get over here. Please go away. Please go away. You're not wanted. Go away. Whatever you are, go away. Oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god. This is the scariest thing I've ever encountered in this house. I am so scared right now. Please go away. It can't be spooky. Spooky? Psst, 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 psst.
She was alone in that moment, so I empathized with her and how cold she might have felt in that moment, because if you say she had her son with her, he is literally a baby who can't even talk. Let's talk about Bob. You mean that character from SpongeBob? Nah dude, I meant Bob the investigator. Even though they both share one thing, which is ignorance, it's not like they are ignorant of its literal meaning, but it seems like they don't really give what's happening around them enough emotional attention. But SpongeBob is a very sensual character. Yeah, but he also doesn't hold grudges or deep bad feelings against anything, like he tries to ignore the bad things around him. Why are we even talking about that in the first place? Bob is back with some interesting clips. As he was chilling on the sofa, he noticed the door started shaking a little, so he thought to himself, could these doors be so modern to the point where they can even feel the temperature around them and make some human-like reactions? Well, they do get affected by the wind, so what's so modern about that? I don't know, but that couldn't be the reason behind this activity. Instead, it felt more paranormal than anything, and as he started recording, the footsteps were so clear that I felt like someone was actually walking inside my ears. But it escalated. How unsettling. Yes, folks, it got even worse. As I finished the editing process, these footsteps didn't go away, so I booked an appointment at an ear doctor clinic, and it turned out these sounds were coming from a bug stuck inside my ear. But what happened to Bob in the video? Well, these steps didn't stop. The door waved a couple of times, and that plushie from the corner of the screen could be seen jumping from its place. In the other video, which looks as if it all happened in the same sitting, the door of his daughter's bedroom was actually moving while whatever was on the ground, which must likely be a book, was sliding over the floor. In the end, someone with a chill voice called Bob. I thought the bug had returned, but it was actually the paranormal phenomenon in the video.
Oh, the footsteps are back. And my door, was wide open. I heard it creak. I looked over and then it, kind of stopped but slowed down to a stop. And my daughter's sleeping in that room with the door shut. Someone keeps moving the handle. And there's the footsteps. Sound like they're getting closer, man. Yeah, it was definitely my doorknob. Yeah, dude, they're definitely getting closer. Bro. Dude, I don't like them footsteps, man. Especially not that bag moving. Sounded like my daughter's door. Nope. I was so focused on that noise at my daughter's door, I didn't even see that going shut. Footsteps are crazy, man. Yeah. Come on, dude. I know y'all hear that whispering. Yo, come on, man. Come on, man. What do you want? Hello? I'm kind of scared to go in there. Oh. Oh. Well, I went from my room to her room, I guess. I think I just heard a woman tell. Besides the TV. Hello? Yo. Yo. Hello? Yo. No, see, I'm good. I'm done with that. Get out of here.
He recognizes the victim from a local basketball court.
No, I don't know what you're talking about. Hello? Oh man, I almost tripped. It ain't funny. No. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
I purposely didn't bring up the orb video because it was so brief and honestly not worth diving into. I just left it in there as a little treat. A treat, you say? Do you think we're pets? Of course not, but my supervisor insisted I write it that way. Some time ago, I featured a French dude with his wife who were experiencing paranormal activities in their house. His wife was in one of the videos I have featured, where she was laying flat with her butt cheeks wide, like a blooming flower. So what's new? What has happened ever since? Did her butt cheeks get bigger by any chance? Did she go under some surgery? Regarding her body, I have no idea. But regarding the paranormal activity, there is definitely a shift there. Let me explain. Please let me, I'm begging you. Anyways, as you know, doors closing on their own, and chairs moving isn't that big of a deal. But shadow figures are on a level of its own. It's on a level that is so high I don't know what to say anymore. So, let's give this little Frenchman a name to make things easier. I will call him Roberto. Roru doesn't know yet, but he might be cheated on. And I know your jaw just dropped after hearing that, but that has nothing to do with what I said. Go check a doctor or something. Yes, fellas, Roberto might be in a risky spot and he doesn't know it yet. As I just said a couple of seconds ago, I said something. Let me read what I have said real quick. Oh yes, I said something about shadow figures. And there is a reason behind that, but I don't know it yet, so I will call you when I find out what it is. Look, when you encounter a shadow figure, or in Roberto's case, a mist-like figure, then, and according to my novel that I wrote about cheating in relationships, it says, if you have a girlfriend or a wife, and you live in the same house, but at some point you encounter some weird mist floating around your house, then that could mean one of two. Your girl is either a heavy fart machine, or that's a message to you that someone is visiting your house when you're not around.
Putain, il se passe des trucs là. Baisse le son, baisse le son. Baisse le son. Baisse le son, baisse le son. C'est quoi, c'est quoi, c'est quoi? C'est quoi? C'est quoi? C'est quoi? C'est quoi?
Putain, je sais pas.
C'est quoi, c'est la chaise? C'est quoi, c'est... Oui, 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 je filme, je filme. C'est quoi, c'est la chaise? Regardez ce que je viens de filmer. La caméra de surveillance était posée là. En regardant les enregistrements, j'ai réussi à capturer une dinguerie. Donc faut regarder au niveau de la fenêtre qui est ici. Donc de toute façon, je vais vous mettre le zoom en 2 étapes et au ralenti au moins.
If you're interested in buying my novel about cheating in relationships, I'd give you the Amazon link if it weren't sold out. In fact, it sold so well that it crashed Amazon's system so badly they had to pull it from the site entirely. The subsequent video is definitely one of the longest cut versions of any investigation I have featured on this channel. It's nearly 15 minutes long despite me trying to squeeze it as best as I could. But my hands have become softer over the years, or should I say older, and shaky. I can no longer get a good grip on things and squeeze as strong as I used to do back in the good old days. Regardless of the good old days, let's focus on the good old bad days of the location investigated by Ian in the next video. Randolph County Infirmary is one of the most haunted asylums, with a troubling history dating back to 1899. Once functioning as a poor farm and mental asylum, the facility saw over 200 patient passings amid tales of abuse and neglect. Today, it is notorious for its paranormal activity, with reported spirits such as Willis Cohen, who passed away falling from a barn window, and Doris, who moves pots and pans in the basement. Other unsettling presences include John Oliver, who whistles at night, and Ida, whose spirit runs through the halls after her tragic susu. Now, where does that bring us? It brings us to The Outlast, which is a terrifying horror game, and I'm referencing it for the sole purpose that it matches the vibe of the investigation perfectly, as at some point, I felt like Ian was, in some sort of way, in the same location as that in the Outlast horror game. Right from the beginning, as he entered the place, he encountered the one bad signal that indicates that place is not likely haunted, but more like, surely haunted. A mannequin was standing right in the middle. While it may not have been involved in the paranormal activity, it was still creating a bad vibe. As he was taking photos of the place, he repeatedly captured orbs flying around. Then, an object was thrown from its place somehow, a gourd, which I believe was a plastic one. How else would it still be fresh like that? Followed up, as he went upstairs, if he wasn't on the upper floor to begin with, he noticed that a door was beginning to move, which made him run down as quick as a hedgehog. He used a thermal heat camera and caught some cold spots, but things started getting worse when a misty silhouette appeared out of nowhere. When he went down to the underground floor, there was a terrifying hallway awaiting his arrival, only for it to black out and turn dark. The man was about to lose consciousness at some point when a dramatic wheelchair rolled in the middle of the hallway slowly and pointed at his direction.
There is a wicked windstorm going on right now, and I am sure that'll only add to the paranormal activity tonight. Hello? If there's anyone here, could you give me a sign? Catching a lot of orbs floating around in here. Are there spirits in this room right now? Is that what I'm seeing? Whoa. That came from over this way. Whoa. Something just hit the floor. What the heck is that? Did you just throw this? Or did it just fall? What is that? It's like a gourd of some sort. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave that up to you guys to decide. Dude, no way. Okay, that time it was thrown. No doubt about it. You cannot say that was me. No way. Oh my God. Dude, this thing went flying like over 10 feet. I mean, how could you possibly explain that? Is there anyone up here? What the hell was that? Whoa. Holy. Dude, that was a loud freaking bang. Is there somebody down there? Whoa! Whoa! That door just opened! Oh, I literally just saw that! Oh my God! Dude, I cannot believe that. Already a door freaking opened. Oh God, and now it's shut. When did that happen? Oh God, look at that. It's slightly moving. There is no one. There is nobody. So then, how the did this door open? And look at that. Is there someone here that opened this door? Whoa. I just heard a noise. It sounded like a freaking knock on this thing. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. There is a giant cold spot in this room. Whoa, dude. Look at that. Oh, wait, never mind. Actually, I think it's the window. I could hear you, sir. What's your name? Oh my God. He is in this room right now. I hope you don't mind me coming in. If you're in here, make a noise. Holy crap. The hell is that now? I'm not getting any more cold spots. But I'm definitely hearing stuff in here. Whoa, right there. I'm getting a cold spot right there. Whoever's making those noises, they're sitting in this chair. If there's anyone in here, could you make a sound? Whoa, whoa. Okay. I'm pretty sure I just heard something here. Is there someone sitting at this table? If so, could you knock on it? Knock on it, just like this. Which color are you? Red or black? That smell has not gone away yet. Whoa! 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 Oh my God! Dude, that piece just slid across the freaking table! How the hell did that happen? That is insane. Dude, that freaking red piece just moved from there all the way there. Which doll are you gonna move? Ooh. Oh, okay, thank you. I heard that. Holy moly, which doll moved? I can't even tell. There's so freaking many of them. Which doll did you move, Doris? Could you move her again? Use as much energy as you need. Dude, was she okay? I just saw that one. That one just moved. Holy moly. I got goosebumps all over. Oh God, I can't believe I just seen that. She just moved all on her own. Thank you so much, Doris. I feel like she is staring into my soul right now. This is a beautiful doll. Oh, whoa, what the Dude, her hair just moved. Holy moly. She just caressed her hair. Oh, dude, I just saw that. Whoa. What the hell? My booster light just went out. And I can't get it to turn back on. What the hell? This has never happened before. This place is literally messing with me. Oh God! Oh, the lights just went out! And of course my freaking booster! Dude, this flashlight! Why isn't it working? Oh God, Oh, thank God. Get me out of here. Turn me back on. I think I just seen you peering out from your room. Were you watching me? Whoa! Whoa! She just started by! Oh my God! I literally just seen her bolt in here. Lulu, I know you're in here. Are you running around your room? Ooh. Whoa. Sorry. You just spooked me a little bit there. Are you making noise over here? Could you make another noise? Whoa. I'm trying to take a whole bunch of photos. I'm getting orbs. She is definitely in here. If you're in here, could you make a noise? Whoa. That came from above. What the heck is that? Willows. Is that you working up there? Are you still baling hay? Yup. Whoa. Dude, he just responded. I swear to God, I just heard a yup. Thanks for talking with me, Willows. I just heard his voice. I heard a voice shout from up there. Did he just shout at me through the window? Willows, if you're up there, could you look out the window? No way. No way. Dude, I just saw him in there. Holy shit, dude, he just peeked out from the freaking window. Oh my God. Dude, that was so insane. Is anyone in here? Ooh, ooh. I swear to God, I just heard a little boy's voice out here. Whoa, it just came from in here. Wait, wait. This is Noah's room. Noah. What the? Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. What is that? Whatever it is, it just jingled and came rolling out of his room. Oh my God. All right, John. I'll leave you alone, okay? Whoa, whoa. Holy dude, what the heck is that? Dude, he just pounded on the window. Oh my God, that was loud. Okay, here we are. I am freaked out already. I barely stepped foot. What the was that? Barely got here. I freaking heard something already. Please be a mouse or a rat or something. Who's there? Make a sound where you are. Holy crap. I was in here. Oh, holy. What the hell is that? Oh my God. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. That was loud. Whatever this thing is, it is making banging sounds all over. Where'd you go? Oh, hell no. Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. What the hell was that? What the hell was that? Whatever it was, I don't want to know. What are you cooking? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay. I'm starting to lose it. I just heard, it sounded like humming, almost. I want to help you. Ida, could you tell me? Whoa, 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 whoa! What was that? Dude! Her broom just went crazy! Is this the broom that you hung yourself from? Holy dude! It's moving again! Holy! Look! There's nothing attached to it. Nothing at all. Whoever's down there, come on out. Holy, holy, holy. Dude, something just ran across that hall. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oh, come on, you just calm down. Oh, Jesus. I'm whimpering and screaming like a little freaking baby right now. I nearly blacked out back there. There's nobody in here. What the just happened? Oh! Get me out! Get me out! I don't even know.
There was clearly a lot that I haven't mentioned in the intro, but if I don't cover the video fairly, people complain, and when I do, they also complain about me talking too much. Just because I cover almost everything in the intro doesn't mean I talk too much. Otherwise, I would be interrupting you during the playing of the video itself. I'm more of a storyteller. A team of investigators decided to go on and explore a reportedly haunted hospital, and they gathered up and kept on going. Now here's the thing, if I were there with them, not as part of their team, but like if I were in the same building, I wouldn't stutter on the option of chasing them so they could scurry out of the area. I'm sorry to say that, but when you hear the way they were talking, you can't help but think the same. I could barely understand anything they were saying. Their accent is way too distracting. Despite all of that, they did capture much evidence that may have led anyone to believe that the place is haunted, but also that there could be a freak in there too. They decided to conduct a brief ritual to see if they could come up with any paranormal evidence, but they were interrupted by some heavy thuds that freaked out Tom. He almost hurt his back. They heard multiple sounds during their journey, indicating that there is either someone in there or that the place is indeed haunted, maybe both. Footstep sounds in the background could mean that someone was following them and tracing them down. But in the end, as they were trying to speak out to whomever could be there, and as they peeked from behind the corner, someone came out of the other room, like an angry man who was interrupted while using the toilet, and he chased after them. Two of them reached the car safely, while the other two barely made it.
Someone's been kicking these doors in, man. Not good.
Stand still, see if we can hear that again. That was a Is anyone here?
So we've just ended like a little ritual, so we're heading this way now. Let's see what we can get.
Hello? Anyone in here? Is anyone here? Can you make a noise for me, please?
Which way are we going?
Straight on through. I reckon.
What?
Can you do that again for us, please? Hello? Did you hear that?
Which? Did you not hear that?
Can you do that again for us, please?
See, that's where the nurse was spotted walking from one side to the other.
What the was that though?
Oh my god.
No, that was a bang and a half.
Oh, no. Can you do that again for me?
What was you?
That wasn't
Please.
Hello? Can you copy me?
What the is that?
This is where the f***ing nurse was spotted down there.
I want a loud bang. Give us a fright if you can.
No, calm down. Calm down.
We asked for it. We asked for it.
Hey, just keep it flowing, man.
And do you know what? Do you know I'm not gonna. Bro, I'm not gonna lie, by the way. You know this demonology course I've done?
Yeah. Go on, off your the camera. Look at you, man. Put it on the floor. Don't get me in my mouth. Don't run.
Is anyone here? Can you make a bang for us?
That's something getting thrown.
Man, this is fucking insane.
I swear something's been thrown. I swear I seen out the corner of my eye.
No, I'm going home.
We appreciate it.
Was that something in? Do you know that bang again?
You said, man, this is insane. We've never had this.
Hey, ask her to do it again.
Something moving at the other end. I don't know. No, I don't like it. No, we're not scared of you. Oh yeah, well I am scared of you.
I think someone is here now, to be honest with you.
Come, let's go. What the? Let's go, guys.
Someone's here.
Nah.
Someone's here.
Look at the skirt.
What? Someone's here. What? Why? What the? What the? Why what? Be careful. There's someone there. Let's see what it is. It might need help.
Hello?
Hello? What? Go! Everyone okay? Keep calm.
Play some fella, yeah. Shit, he's still there.
Man's right there.
Hey, hold on.
Get off. Calm down. Wait to stay calm.
And he's there.
What do you want? Hold back the top. What do you? He's right there. Yo!
This guy chasing them must have been seriously fed up with their antics because he followed them all the way to the end. He even went as far as trying to chase them while they were in the car. The first question I had when I was watching the upcoming video was, where did he get these innocent men from? I want some. Sorry. What I meant to say was, why did he bring these young men, when it was pitch black, to a place only God knows where it is? They looked shy and scared. Even though they were pronouncing their names, they looked as if someone behind the camera was pointing a pistol at their heads if they didn't talk the talk. I felt sad for them. But after I read the captions, I was 100% convinced that my theory was right all along. But what is my theory? As if you even cared about it. These folks might just be here against their will. I mean, why was the introducer flirting with one of them, talking about how attractive he is and the size of his ping pong? If you ask me, that was ridiculous. But the plot of this video is even more ridiculous. Yes, folks, they gather here only to play the Ouija board. Do you think that was it? Do you think this was all they got? That wasn't even their final form. I see the cartoon-style expression on your face right now. Hear me out, they will play with the Ouija board while also breaking its rules. That's what I call insanity. Or was it me after midnight, which I call insanity? So how did it go from here? Very well, thanks for your concern. They used a small glass cup as the planchet on a piece of paper with some demonic stuff written on it. I have no idea what it was. Long story short, the cup broke and one of these young men was possessed.
เริ่มโอ้โหเหี้ยแก๊สมดได้ไงวะไม่ต่อให้เลยตัวที่แล้วไปเลยเฮ้ได้เดี๋ยวเราจะปักธูปก้านหนึ่งดอกต่อไปคนเขาก็ได้เบาผมกันการเล่นผีเถื่อแก้วเนี่ยเนาะมันต้องเล่น4 คนใช่ไหมเพื่อท่องคำว่าพุทโธทายะแต่อย่างว่าเรามาวันนี้เราจะมาแหกกฎใช่ไหมใช่เดี๋ยวถามความรู้สึกก่อนตอนนี้คนใหม่รู้สึกยังไง
น่ากลัวครับเหมือนมันมองเหมือนไม่น่ากลัวแต่มาจริงๆแม่งน่ากลัว
โอเคเริ่มเลยถ้าเข้ามาแล้วให้ไปที่งองูแล้วกันใจหน่อยก็ตอนนี้ก็ยังไม่เกิดอะไรขึ้นนะครับแก้วก็ยังนิ่งๆอยู่ตอนนี้เราต้องรอก่อนเนาะเราต้องรอก่อนอาจจะยังไม่ใช่ไม่อะไรครับผมดูกันไปเรื่อยๆก่อนอย่าดันเด้อไม่ได้ดันเลยเฮ้ยท้ายนี่ที่มาจริงว่ะดันหรือเปล่าใครดันปะเนี่ยท่านเป็นผู้ชายหรือผู้หญิงถ้าเป็นผู้ชายให้ไปที่ชอช้างถ้าเป็นผู้หญิงให้ไปที่ยอหญิงเฮ้ยแกงปะเนี่ยเหี้ยผู้ชายอ้วนท่านจมน้ำตายใช่หรือไม่ถ้าใช่ให้ไปที่ใช่ถ้าไม่ใช่ไปที่ไม่ใช่ไปที่ใช่หรือถ้าไม่ได้ตั้งใจไปที่ไม่ใช่เฮ้ยเสียเสียงนกแสกได้ยินเสียงนกแสกไหมนกแสกตรงไหนวะเนี่ยไอ้เหี้ยล้างไม่ดีละ
ถามแรงไปเหี้ย
นกแสกเฮ้ย
หมุนเนี่ยมึงทำไมเนี่ย
เฮ้ยทำไมแก้วหมุนล่ะอันนี้มึงลากเลยเนี่ยอันนี้มึงลากเลยเนี่ยไอ้เหี้ยมึงลากเลยป่ะเนี่ยลากเลยก็ได้เนี่ยลากเลยก็ได้เนี่ยเหี้ยอะไรวะเฮ้ยตุนไอ้วะนิ้วเผากระดาษเอาทิ้งเลยเผาเลยตุนเอาทิ้งเลยตุนจะยิงตังทีเผายังเร็วเฮ้ยตุนเป็นไรเผาแล้วเดี๋ยวเฮ้ยตุนพี่อยู่นี่ตุนตังที
เป็นที่อะไรมันแรงขนาดนี้เลยวะ
พี่ไม่ไหวแล้วไม่ไหวแล้วใจเย็นไปพี่ใจเย็นไอ้ตุนไม่ได้สติเฮ้ยพอก่อนเฮ้ยโอ้เชี่ยไปอย่างนี้เลยเหรอวะเราเผากระดาษแล้วใจเย็นตุนสติใจเย็นตังทีเลยเนี่ยตังทีแรงจริงว่ะกูเลยสะดุ้งใจมันลงเลย
นี่เผาได้ไหมเนี่ย
เผาเลยเผาทิ้งแม่งเลยเยี่ยจริงอ่ะ
เยี่ยแต่แม่งมัน
ตามรัฐจริงๆเขาต้องคุกแก้วแต่ว่ารุดมาละตอนนี้ถามมากไม่ไหวละถามมากไม่ได้ละคือ
I'll never understand why they left the paper burning on the grass, but was it really worth risking this young guy's acting career? I mean, putting his health on the line just to mess around with some ridiculous demonic board game. If you haven't seen something ugly today, prepare yourself, because the next thing you will watch will definitely give you some goosebumps and make you quiver in fear. It's not a real-life photo of me, no, but it's even worse. Somehow, it's worse, at least according to my beauty standards. The next video is a clip taken from an investigation no one knows who has done it, where we have a guy who holds a crossbow to defend himself in case some idiot attacks him in a rush. Now, idiots in abandoned places is a known fact, so it's not impossible, but idiots and monsters are completely two different things, two different species. That's why our guy was holding the crossbow as if he was prepared to encounter such a creepy creature. As he was investigating the place around, alone too, he found himself in a room where there was a dark entity with no details whatsoever, and he was moving too, with his glowing eyes sparking at the man and staring him down as if he had seen the devil. It was an intense moment, and before he knew it, we were about to get an ugly, scary scene similar to the ones we see in movies like Terrifier, but the investigator ruined it and scurried away while screaming in fear.
Droga, meu Deus, galera, tá dentro de casa, galera. Meu Deus. Meu Deus. Meu Deus, que é isso? Droga, meu Deus, galera, tá dentro de casa, galera.
I don't know exactly what this creature is, or at least I'm pretending to not know to fit the propaganda of the niche, but it looks kind of like a gorilla. I hope I don't insult anyone in location behind the scenes. You might read this title and think to yourself, this one must be so scary to the point where I'm begging the man to stop the video before someone's heart will pound so fast that it will stop. It's so scary to the point where a young man in his 20s will age so fast while watching the video that he will get to 80 years of age and pass away. But what kind of piece of horror do I have in my hands here? Let me first tell you what the point of this title is. I'm calling him out to stop the video, not due to how scary it was. It's completely the opposite way around here. The video was so boring to the point where I was like, is he going to even move? If that's the case, then why feature it? For the reasons I will mention right now, Toby is a paranormal investigator who is trying to conduct a forbidden demonic ritual in this house in order to communicate with spirits. The experiment involves two mirrors facing each other, while he also uses some special phone apps as an addition to reveal some pictures behind the vision of the human eye. Don't ask me how. I guess some people still buy this crap they advertise. During the investigation, we can see a dark cloud-like shape floating around behind Toby, while his friend in the background was so messy. He started making banging sounds very early in the video, even before the experiment started. But I took off that part because Toby was talking about the experiment, and you can hear the sounds later in the video, along with the mirror being knocked down. That was it.
Я хочу, чтобы вы проявили себя в этом приложении. Что-то стучит, ребят. Пожалуйста, проявите себя. О! Угу. Итак. Тихо. Блин, ребята. Капец. Призраки, проявите себя. С помощью этих нейросетей. Конечно, долгий процесс. Продолжаем. Пожалуйста, дайте какой-то знак. Сделайте что-нибудь. Да ну нафиг. Ребят, штатив упал. Как вы выглядите? Да ну.
I get that the whole point of the video was to have him stay put for the experiment, but couldn't he at least reposition the other camera to face where the banging sounds are coming from? I mean, we probably still wouldn't see what's causing it, but at least it'd make things look a bit more legit. No matter who it is that gifted you the thing that you desire so much, if it breaks loose, you have to get rid of it. I know I'm speaking as if I had made my point clear earlier. It almost feels as if I had cut a part of this introduction, but I will explain. Let me put you in an imaginary scenario, okay? You're a kid, and if you in fact are a kid right now, then please leave this video. It's not for you, and I'm not always responsible for some of the things that come out of my mouth. Back to my point, if you were a kid and your mom had given you a gift regardless of what it was, she was on the verge of passing away, and that's the last thing she has given you. A time goes by and weird things start to occur. Weird like what? Little Timmy asks. Like, let's say you began hearing strange noises. You feel like there is someone living with you in the house. Someone could be hiding. Before you call the police, remember, you're still in my imaginary scenario. None of this is real. You're just under a genjutsu. All the activity has begun ever since you received that gift from your mother. Upon investigating, you find out that it was the source of all the sinister evil living within the house. Now a question might come up. What kind of mother would do that to her son? Well, most likely, she had no bad intentions, but who knows where she got that gift from? You see, the next sequence features a man who had a similar story, and his mom gave him a doll toy before she passed away. He described the gift as sentimental. He finally decided to get rid of it after he had enough. One night, he was woken to the sounds of a crying baby. He is sure that he never did the forbidden, and maybe to this day, he is still a virgin. Where are these sounds coming from then if he never had a son secretly? Upon investigating, it turned out that the doll was capable of not only crying and screaming but also smiling and moving its mouth and body. He threw it in the trash, but it shook the whole basket, opened its lid, and walked back inside to the house.
Listen, Garwin. I don't want you here anymore. I'm afraid of you. I hear you calling for your mother.
Well, she's not here. And I don't know where she is. So I'm going to bring you outside. And I don't want you coming back. And I want you to stay out there. Or find somewhere else to go. Otherwise, I'm going to have to resort to some more extreme measures. Mama. So I've had this doll Garwin since I was 4 years old. It was a bereavement gift I received when my mom died, and it holds a lot of sentimental value. But I had to get rid of it. The past few nights I've been waking up to what sounds like a little boy crying in my basement. Upon investigating, I always find the doll propped up in completely different places. I decided to set up a camera overnight to see what's moving it, and this is what I captured. Mama. Mama. So this app, WeContact, claims to use AI to connect to the spirit realm and let you talk to ghosts. I am obviously skeptical, but I'm curious. So I thought I'd use it, give it a shot, and record myself. So let's see how this works. Is there a spirit here with me?
Yes, there is a spirit here with you.
Okay. What's your name?
You know my name.
I know your name. Alright, have we met before?
Why are you acting like this? Are you feeling okay?
I'm feeling fine. Are you feeling okay?
I'm a little cold, and everything is dark in here. Why do you have the lights out?
It's actually daytime in my house.
I've been calling you all day, baby, and you've been ignoring me. If something's wrong, say so. Let's talk about this. It's making me very angry.
I've never encountered a doll more mischievous and downright disrespectful. The thing radiates pure evil and negative energy. Honestly, I'm open to the idea of dolls sparking paranormal activity, but this one, it's like he's taking it to a whole new level. I would never suggest any architect to ever think of combining two separate building types in one place. Like imagine building a football field in the backyard of a school. Wait, they already do that. Well, since I mentioned schools, here we have a school in the upcoming investigation where two very brave gentlemen decided to explore the hidden eeriness surrounding its walls, and so they did. But before we get to their part of the investigation, let's first see what kind of school we are dealing with. It's a boarding school, an abandoned one that was left behind for very strong and convincing reasons, if you ask me. While schools might be scary when empty at night, despite still being active, when they become abandoned, the life absence in such a place would just escalate the level of tension and horror you might feel. So imagine if the abandoned school is also located near an abandoned church, which is an even scarier place, and the connection between the two buildings happens through a tunnel underground. How freaking unnerving. And this, my friends, is the location we are talking about in the next video. The two investigators began in the outfield, explaining why the school is feared by many locals and what's so fascinating about it. It turned out that they have been spreading rumors that there is a ghostly girl who has been encountered walking around in the hallway, and these apparitions occur between midnight and 3 a.m. While they were babbling this so-called nonsense, they heard a noise from a distance, indicating that this nonsense might actually be true after all. After they entered the building, they immediately went to the demon's favorite spot, the bathrooms. Not exactly sure whether they entered the females' one or the males', but one of the doors of the stall was not having it, which sent shivers down the spines of both them and my neighbor, who was peeking at my screen. The door was shaking on its own, even when they turned around to capture it from the reflection of the mirror. It kept moving, as if these ghosts were too shameless to hide their existence. There was also a boxing bag swinging, a basket flying towards them, more noises, more doors closing in front of them, and best of all, the eerie sounds right behind them.
Si aparece una niña aquí, vamos a recorrer cada lugar de este sitio para ver si encontramos algo. Oye, escuchaste. Pero se escuchó como una campanita. Se escuchó como una campanita. Vamos para acá.
Recorre el lugar y ya se escuchan así como que chillidos, tronos.
¿Qué fue eso? ¿Qué fue eso? ¿Qué fue eso? ¿Qué fue eso, güey? Uy. ¿Escuchaste eso? ¿Escuchaste? No sé, se escuchó algo. Como que fue deslizando en el piso, güey. Acá, de aquí, hasta allá. Uy. Pero, güey, se escuchó. Es el tercer ruido que escuchamos. Uy. Hola.
Si alguien está aquí, comunícate con nosotros. Puedes comunicarte. Mira.
Está cerrada la ventana.
Está cerrada, güey. Mira, se sigue moviendo, güey. Mira, se sigue moviendo. Se sigue moviendo, güey. ¿Quién eres? ¿Quién está con nosotros? Mira, se está moviendo. Ciérrala un poquito. ¿Quién eres? En nombre de Dios Jesucristo. ¿Quién está con nosotros? ¿Quién se encuentra con nosotros hoy? Se está moviendo la puerta. Mueve la puerta. Mira, Max. Se abrió, güey. Y no hay aire, güey. Uy. ¿Se escuchó una puerta? Pásale, güey. ¿Qué? Uy. Ay, güey. Ve. No se mira, pero algo. No mames. Se está moviendo, güey. A ver. Mira, güey. Se está moviendo, güey. De repente hace aire, pero todo está haciendo aire, güey. Mira, no, pero eso está pesado, güey. Eso está pesado. Ay, Dios mío. Hola. Mira la puerta, güey, la puerta. ¿Viste eso? ¿Viste eso que se cerró, güey? ¿Viste eso? A ver, güey, abre esa puerta. ¿Viste la puerta que ya se cerró? ¿Está abierta? ¿Qué son, güey? ¿Armarios? ¿Cuál se abrió? ¿Cuál se cerró? Aquí. Aquí ya se cerró, güey. Ahí está, güey. ¿Está cerrada? Si tiene seguro, güey. Si tiene, miren. Si tiene seguro. ¿Qué pedo, güey? Ay, uy, ¿viste? ¿Escuchaste el radio? ¿Qué dijeron? ¿Ma? Uy. ¿Qué es lo que quieres? ¿Qué es lo que quieres? ¿Dónde te encuentras? Uy, Max. ¿Dónde te encuentras? Ay, Dios mío, güey. Aquí se siente. Max. ¿Cómo se va a caer? Se cayó, güey. Se cayó, güey. Ve, güey, no hay nadie atrás de mí, güey. Sí, realmente. Estás aquí al lado de nosotros. Ayúdanos a compartir esta transmisión. ¿Esto qué es? Generador de luz. ¿Eres el espíritu de una niña que está aquí con nosotros? ¿Escuchas? A ver, abre la puerta. Abre la puerta. No hay nada. Abre la otra. A ver. Hola. Chiflaron, ¿eh? ¿Escuchaste? ¿Escuchaste eso? ¿Se escuchó algo aquí? ¿Quieres aquí?
You can't exactly tell what was the source of all of the sounds heard in the video. Despite it being very close to them, you can almost hear it. I know that sounded stupid, but I was going to say you could almost touch it, which would have been even more gullible, so you should thank me for not saying it. Let's say you ask the ghost in your house if there was even one. And even if there isn't one that you're aware of, let's say you randomly decide to ask a question to see if your house is haunted. So you sit all by yourself at night, and you demand a sign if there is some kind of spirit to do something to make their presence known, like move an object or whatever, and suddenly they respond to you. What would you do then? If that were me, I would flee the place, but not Kubokoi, who is assured that his house is haunted and yet isn't even scared to ask them for a sign to prove that. He did wake up on multiple occasions to the sound of his bathroom faucet turned on, and he had to go there to turn it off as if it were nothing or no paranormal phenomena to reckon with. But then he demands the ghost to move the curtain if he wants to approve his existence, and so he did, and very convincingly too. Forget about the bathroom for a second, and if you're in one right now, forget that you're there and let it go. Let everything inside you go, because I'm about to tell you why the next house might be haunted. It isn't due to some tragic history of some sort, but this guy decided one day to bring a doll with him and leave it there in the closet, right in front where he sleeps. Even his cat is freaking out because that doll, not only moves on its own, it even stares the man down, as if it had some wrath with him. It causes the closet doors to shake and knock. Even the water bottles on his desk began to absorb the effects of these paranormal entities around them.
Dude, I swear this box just moved on its own. Should we do that again? Okay. Oh, shit. So I'm at my desk, and I just heard the water in the bathroom turn on by itself. This is the first time something's happened outside my room. So let's take it. If you're in here, can you move the curtain again? Alright. Do you want me to leave? So at my desk again, I heard the sink turn on, and then the light turned on when someone was washing it. So now I just turned it off, and it's on. The doll had just moved like 10 seconds ago, so I'm just waiting. See if anything happens. Oh, and there's knocking. Hey, if you can hear me, can you move something? Move it again? I swear that bottle just moved. Yeah, look, you can see the water inside moving everything. It's like midnight, and me and my cat just heard a bunch of crazy shit from the closet, and now he's just sitting up here. He doesn't want to come down. I swear we heard a bunch of movement. Hey, if you can hear me. Oh my god, my cat's freaking out again. If you can hear me, move. Oh my gosh, even before I said it, it started moving. I swear it just moved and it's staring at me. Yep.
Now he gets to enjoy a new kind of enhanced water. Forget the trendy sparkling water. He's got himself some poltergeist water. Did that sound as weird as it did in my head? What's with people going missing today? Here is yet another guy who went missing, but there is a huge difference between the last case and the next one. The last one was really scary, and I can almost guarantee you that it's 100% real, especially when it comes to the way the young men were talking. It seemed very natural, unlike our guy in the next clip, who went missing after some people broke into his house wearing Halloween costumes only to kidnap him. This sounds very strange and terrifying. Yeah, that's what I thought reading the caption beside the videos on TikTok before watching the actual clips. And then I was like, why? Anyway, I'll keep my opinion to myself for now. The last video of him before the incident took place was of him recording himself talking about some of the comments calling him out while he seemed to be super drunk. But before that video, we can see how these secret gangs were invading his privacy and trying to scare him, from cutting off the light to standing behind doors with their demonic-looking masks to throwing objects around. Then here comes Stephanie. Is that also a made-up name or her actual name? Nope, a made-up one. She went to Teddy's house, or whatever she called him, to check on him after he went missing for a couple of months. How heartwarming. She just remembered she had a boyfriend after all this time. She kept calling him out, but he was nowhere to be found in the house. How obviously scary. Until the ball came bouncing out of the corridor, but no one was there. It sounds too real to be true.
Oh yeah. I'm just gonna put her back in the attic. She was fine there. Nothing happened when she was in the attic. Maybe that's why she's happy. I don't know. I'm just... What? Come on! What do you want? Just tell me! Nope, nope, that. Step! What? There was nobody in the house. Actually, I lost when I turned the lights on. I walked the... There's nobody there. You know what they said? I showed them the video. Do you know what they said? They said, good one. Good job. I mean, you tell me, right, if you thought I was, if you thought I was losing it, right, you tell me. Yeah, I'm losing it. Oh, these were $1. I got them for $1. Into $1. So I mean, I guess they can blow them up. Right? She didn't even bark, and I watched the video again, and there's somebody there. She didn't even bark, which I know she doesn't. Yeah, she's mostly deaf. No girl, but I'm sorry. I'm drunk. I think you should just. I think you should just come home. At least somebody else would see it. I don't know. If it's a prank, then why am I scared? Why am I fucking?
So I haven't heard from him in 4 days, and so I decided to come home early. I'm getting really worried. I talked to his son, and he said they've been at their mom's house and they haven't they haven't heard anything from him either. So I'm just starting to get really concerned. It's this blue house right here on the right. Yeah, with the truck. Yeah, that one. Well, his truck's here, so... Yeah, right here. That's fine. Thank you so much. Have a good night. Babe? Babe! I don't have my keys! Hey! Babe! Let's check the truck. Oh. So other cars here. It's so weird. Babe? 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 Did you? Did you? Babe? Babe! Babe! It doesn't want to turn on. Guess it's dead. Babe?
Just to make sure I'm on the right track here, if there are people breaking into your house like that, wouldn't it be better to call the police? Or, if you've already managed to escape alive multiple times, why not just leave the place? And if I showed you the rest of that video where he was drunk, you'd probably end up curled in a corner crying. Is it that terrifying? Well, in terms of performance, yeah, it's pretty intense. I don't want to get into family problems. It's not my job to interfere in such situations, but it's my absolute duty to give advice to those who are in need of it. So here I go. Let me ask you something. What do you expect would happen in a house where someone's father and grandmother live together? You might say that's normal, but I say not. It's more likely to cause the paranormal, as we have a dude without a name who had his grandma and her son, who in this case is supposed to be his father, because who else could he be? They both lived together in the house, and while the mother was not mentioned in the story, she is most likely out of order, or she could have been divorced long ago. Regardless, the grandma passed away, and the father decided to keep the legacy alive by staying in that house. But then strange things began to occur. Over time, the guy's father began to exhibit increasingly strange behavior, coinciding with hints of a new relationship. The guy, let's call him Frank to make things smoother. Frank suspected that a woman may have been visiting the father, as evidenced by items around the house. As the father's behavior grew more erratic, he stopped responding to Frank's calls, and the home became vacant when he eventually went missing. Despite being officially classified as missing, no trace of him was ever found. The house, however, has been unoccupied since and is rumored to be haunted by his spirit. Frank called Hiro and Tomo for help, and so they did call for duty. They began their investigation, and Frank asked them to also investigate and locate a sentimental item, the father's treasured stamp collection. The collection holds value both monetarily and sentimentally. They found it under the bed, if I'm not mistaken, but to call the house haunted is a big understatement. It should be called overstimulatedly haunted, in my humble opinion. They experienced several incidents that hint that the house is occupied by ghosts. Noise coming from who knows where, sounds of doors being slammed, clothing hangers rattling, and most importantly, the tall, shadowy figure.
こういう感じで開くんだ。
すごいすごい。
すごいね。初めて見た。
これ手離して大丈夫？トモさん。
ちょっと。
トモさん。おお、びっくりした。こういうことね。見てくるわ。いや、めちゃくちゃここありそうだけど。すごい。 おー、なるほど。物置だね、やっぱり。びっくりした。
なんかさ、
いや、そうだよね。
わかる。気のせいじゃないよね。ヒロ君も聞こえた？
聞こえた。
聞こえたよ。いや、聞こえた、聞こえた。完全に聞こえた。
とうとう、この家の恐怖の片鱗が姿を見せ始めた。
全然明るいから、
うん
安心してたんだけど。
おー、ちょっと待って。おー、そう。待って、今人いたかも。
人いた？
うん、今。
どこ？
この部屋。
上だね。
絶対聞こえてる。
上から聞こえた？
いや、ちょっと待って、ここにいたんだけど。
人が？
うん。
ここに立ってた？
多分。
マジ？
やばい、ちょっと暗くなってきちゃったな。おー、ちょっと待って待って。
閉まってるか。なんかコンコン叩こうとしてる。
聞こえるね。
ね。
聞こえる、聞こえる、聞こえる。なんか聞こえるね。
ね。
おそっち
だと。
びっくりした。何？どこ？上？
いや、なんか白い山もなかったよね。
ない。こっちだ。玄関って開いてたっけ？
いや、開いてない。閉めてる、閉めてる。
ここって閉めた？誰か。よっ。閉めてない。閉めてない。今から一人でもう一度検証を始めます。お邪魔します。一人だとやっぱ気配すごいな。さっき物音すごかったのここなんだよね。何？ちょっと待って。なんで揺れてんの？めっちゃ案が揺れてんだけど。
ヒロ君。ちょっと待って、ヒロ君。
はい。何
今さ、
うわ、びっくりした。何
なんか今奥にさ、黒いの見えたけど。
ちょっと待って。何が見えた？どこ？
奥の部屋。
奥の部屋？
逆。
どこに見えた？
I don't think Frank has to think twice here. You see, that shadow figure was as clear as day. It was a perfect sign for anyone to evade. Like, that figure didn't just appear. No, it was trying to make a point. A scary point. I would never encourage anyone to go to an abandoned factory unless I love that person so much that I want to get rid of him. Then I will send him to the most abandoned factory I can find and let him investigate. Then the police will join him later on to the investigation. but he will be missing. And honestly, if my friends were like Ben and his friend in the next video, an abandoned factory may not be enough, and that's why I will make sure to be there secretly so I can get the job done myself. But why? What did these two do to provoke me this much? You see the title on your screen. Can you see it? Can you effing read it? Tell me, Tim, can you read? The title says the F word in a nutshell, and I have my reasons to call it that. See, the uncut version of these two investigations has so many F words that the word has lost its magical touch for me. You know, when we use that word in a sentence, we are trying to make the sentence appeal more to listeners, make it sound like we know what we are talking about, or make things sound funnier. But these two, and especially Ben, they have ruined the reputation of such an important and beautiful word. What a shame. Regarding their investigation, they made 2 videos about the factory. And in both, Ben screamed top of his lungs. Even pregnant women would feel jealous when they hear it that they will have to try harder the next time they give birth. In the first one, they just went inside, heard some bangs and footsteps. Then some idiot had enough of these two. He lost his mind and shouted at them. In the second part, they brought the most teenage-looking Ouija board I have ever seen, so they can use it inside the factory. That thing would never work, and with the monster energy drinks they had, it was too much. If I was a ghost inside that place, I would never stay there one more minute, and the trick from the first investigation worked again and they scurried away.
Do we try the door? Oh my Zach. This is a horror movie. Oh my god. What the Some little helmet. Where's like the... Where's the big fat...
That random chair is sitting there.
Zach. Did you not just hear that?
Yeah, it was.
And then the bang after it?
This is like amazing.
Holy
fuck.
What have we done? Bro. That was on the roof. That was... Footsteps. Stairs. There's a second story. Oh,
yeah, there is.
Here we go.
Oh no.
There's offices around here.
Yeah.
We've got offices to explore. Oh. Amenities. Bro.
Did you get that on?
I got that on camera. No f***ing way that just happened.
Bro.
Hello? No, bro. I want to get the f*** out now. That was loud as f***. That was loud as f***. I'm freaking the f*** out, bro. That was loud as all f***.
I do not want to go out there. We're like stuck in the door.
Yeah.
Wasn't any of the water down there?
I know.
There was never leaving there.
Oh wow. Oh great. Oh what the f***. I just found the basement. This is where everything goes wrong. Zach. Is that upstairs? Bro, this place is full of noises and legit rat. Oh my god! Oh my god! Go! Keep going! Go, Zach! Go! Yeah, go! What's going on, guys? Ben Bauer here. I am joined with Zach Bryant once again, and today, where are we, Zach?
We're back at the haunted. Always that up.
Abandoned haunted factory. Today we are back at the abandoned haunted factory. That's it. That's footsteps down the stairs. That's going down the stairs. That was too cunt. Hello? Hello? Zach. Oh my god. That was down the still was. Hello?
That's
No, that's walking. Bro, get out. Right, no, that's walking. I reckon did a Ouija board in this room. Yeah, this looks knocking. It sounded like boom, boom. That was knocking.
Was it?
Bro. Are there any spirits here with us tonight? Move to yes. There it is again. There it is again. What the f was that? Bro, that was down here. Shh. I can hear it. Hello? Oh my god! Oh my god! Go! Zach, go! Zach! Where are you, Zach? Zach! Go! Run! Oh my god!
When he introduced his buddy and announced his full name, I couldn't help but think, why the grand reveal? Is he supposed to be some major celeb or something? He dropped Zach Bryant like it was a name I should know on the spot. Usually, you save the full name treatment for legends like Michael Jordan or Muhammad Ali, not for Zach Bryant. I'm not a person who likes to risk it all for nothing because, in the end, I will be the one hurt the most by the outcome. Since she vanished and I found that she was married, there is no one left to be hurt by my own actions. Anyways, Shay is a lovely lady, at least based on her actions and behavior in the videos. She works as an overnight cleaner in an office in Indiana. Now there is no bad history surrounding the place, as I was informed, so nothing to be worried about here when it comes to heritage. Unfortunately for her, the place might be haunted, because you never know who is haunting the place you linger around. Next thing you know, your own house could turn out to be haunted as well. As she was doing her job one night, as usual, nothing goes strange, and she already made videos on her social media account way before the creepy incident, so it's not as if she just began her journey with the ghost. She noticed something odd. Out of the blue, a figure sitting on the chair was visible from behind the glass of the door. Now you might be wondering, what in the world is so creepy in this case? She works in an office, which means there are other employees with her. Yeah, but I bet you saw the next line coming yet you never stopped. Shay was completely alone that night, and most of the time, she works alone on her shift. Even her coworker told her, "Get lost. No one is in the building except for you," which obviously freaked her out, because after checking the security cameras, they found nothing and no one.
Yo, okay, so tell me why I'm at work, and I was about to take out the trash, and I just got a text from the lady who works here. And she said, "Hey, Shay, just want to let you know that everyone has left, so you can go vacuum the other side." I was like, "Okay, yes, ma'am." And she said, "Just me there?" No, I asked her, I said, "Just me there?" She's like, "Yes." Y'all, I'm scared as because when I went outside, there are no cars out there besides my work van. And I'm so fucking scared. So tell me why, if I'm the only one here, who the f*** is this? Like, who the f*** is that? Like, hello? Y'all, I'm not tripping. That's somebody in that room and they just sitting there. just sitting there. Bro, I'm about to go because I'm like, how the and I just call her. I said, hey, you sure I'm the only one here? She's like, yeah, look at the cameras. You're the only one there. I'm seeing about the cars there. And I said, someone is in one of the booths. And she was like, in the booths? I was like, yeah, someone is in one of the booths. Just sitting there. She's like, is they on the phone talking? I said, no, they're literally just staring in the dark, just staring there. And she was like, I'm about to look at the cameras. And I was like, there's no cameras in that hallway. What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? Y'all, ain't no lock on this door. Hey, oh shit. There's no lock on this door. But you know I'm black, right? And I don't play that shit. I'm about to sit here until I don't hear shit. Bro, I'm not playing. And they only got 3 cameras in this whole fucking building. But they don't have a camera in that hallway to see who the fuck it is. Alright. Alright. I gotta put my superpower on. Put my superpowers on. Ging. Let me stop. This is serious. But y'all, for real. So I told her that I'm gonna try like to sneak out, go around to the front. Nope. Hell no, cause nope. Y'all, she calling me. Hello. I'm downstairs. Okay, I'm downstairs. I'm not for the. I was just about to call you back and tell you that I was about to go around back, because I'm over here by the front entrance, because I was gonna go around back, but no, I'm about to come up there. I'm telling you, bro. I was like, I'm heading your way right now, so stay right there. No, because when I came back out, the person was gone, and you telling me there's no one here, and you check the cameras and you didn't see no one exit, so I'm right here. I'm about to come. Damn. Don't you hate when the elevator out of order? Where's she at? Bro, ain't no one in that room. And she's talking about, I ain't looked everywhere up here. You just messing with me. Don't have me drive all the way over here for nothing. Girl, ain't nobody playing with you. Ain't nobody playing with you. Alright. But there she go. I told you I'm not playing. They only got 4 funky cameras, but they don't got no cameras in the hallway. Be for real, bro. Like my life could be in danger. And you wanna play around my life? No ma'am, no ham, no turkey. This is the closet I was in. And this is the room that I saw the person in right there. So that's the exit door that I had went out of. But alright, so I'm not gonna go this way towards it. I was scared to go that way. But I'm finna show y'all. Hold on, I gotta put the camera down because I can't show y'all everything. But I think if it was a person, I'm gonna do this one more time. Okay, so if it was a person, it would have went down here towards this exit. There's no cameras over here, so I'm not gonna go too far because people working, but it's an exit right there and there's no cameras over there, but it's a camera right there, but that camera don't work. So if it was a person, if they went out that door, that's how you know that it was no you can't see them on camera.
If I'm not mistaken, the videos have been deleted from her account. Now I'm not so sure whether she has done it herself or if the company where she works denies it. Because from the looks of it, it seems like the management is very restricted in what can be shown on camera. This next one has to be the scariest on the list without a single. Don't worry, I'm not talking about your relationship life state. I meant to say, without a single paranormal activity. Why? Is it a Karen being right for the first time ever? No. A guy, and let's name him Fred. I hope his parents don't mind, if they still exist, of course. Fred was in his house in Switzerland near the Swiss Alps, which really made me jealous. Only God knows how much I want to live there. Anyways, while Fred was enjoying a cup of tea away from all the noises, all of a sudden he heard something. At first, he was like, this must be a miracle. I thought I had lost my hearing years ago. So he got curious, where could these noises be coming from? He went on investigating to see if he can find the source, and his hearing led him all the way up to the top of the mountains. At that point, I thought to myself, well, maybe he was delusional. After all, he thought he could hear again, but this old freak. I mean, this old fella is just hallucinating. But after I shoved the biggest shoe I could find in my mouth down my throat, which almost choked me, but I'm used to swallowing big stuff because I eat a lot, not for any other reason. After I completed the video and looked carefully, I realized why Fred was scared. He forgot his way back home. But then there was a minute left of the video. It turned out that he actually knew his way back. But there are some folks in dark coats floating.
Kao neki bunker. Ništa ne vidim I dalje. Ne mrda. Nešto stoji, ne mogu da priđem tamo. Evo, penje se. Evo, idem prema stubu ovamo. Pa ću poslije da napravim krug. Evo, pored ovog stuba nema ništa. Ima neki natpisi, ni ja sam ne znam šta je to. Čini mi se kao da je mrdnulo malo. ovo mrdno. Mora da se povučem. Mora da se povučem, ljudi. Ovo je mrdnulo. Ovo je mrdnulo. Čekaj.
If they remained still at the end, I might have mistaken them for mere statues. The atmosphere was eerie, but it fell a bit short. It could be just visual effects, but it's still worth a watch. If you think that I talk too much during my videos, then the ghost in the next video is even worse. He might not talk, but he definitely has a much worse habit, which is being extremely slow at doing his job. We all know the job of the ghost is to frighten people by moving stuff around, making sounds, etc. But when the ghost takes so long to conduct his actions, it just bores the viewer and the experimenter. That's the case of the next guy, who is a very normal chill dude who doesn't get scared much of ghosts. And to make things worse, he got stuck with one heck of a boring, slow-bass ghost. As he was watching TV one night, he thought he saw the guitar move on its own. He thought he might be delusional, so to prove himself wrong, he began recording, and I believe it took 30 minutes before something happened, which in this case, you guessed it, that guitar did it again. In the other video, which is the only other video he ever posted, he was trying to communicate with the ghost via the flashlight, asking him to use the flashlight as a way to respond to his questions. Luckily, he got what he asked for, but he got it light, which means not much and not nothing, just enough paranormal to call the place haunted.
I want to try this touch light thing where you can ask if there's anyone here, you can turn the light on. It's just a little key ring torch that I had. It's like twisted so it's off, but kind of just off so that you can touch it. I think that's how it works anyway. So I'm going to give it a go. So if there is anybody here and you want to communicate, please touch the torch and let the light come on. Or if there's anyone here, or the person who touched my guitar yesterday is here, please turn the light on. Did I offend you when I swore at you? Or scare you off? Or... Okay. I'm really sorry if I did offend you, that wasn't my intention. I don't know what to say now. Can you make it flicker or turn it off? See, it's one of those scenarios again where I'm asking it to do stuff and it does it and it obliges, and then I instantly kind of regret asking it to do stuff. If you are here, can you move anything again like yesterday, or make a noise, or say something, touch me, touch the torch? I know I've asked you to do a lot there and I'm sorry, but we'll turn it off. I think you just need to tap it as you did. Thank you for doing it. I really don't know what to ask, so I'm gonna... So, excuse the mess, I'm sorting the room out, there's trash everywhere, but I've been sat here watching my Arsenal highlights for the 19,000th time, and just stuff is moving, right? So this has moved. I thought it was because maybe one of the things is stuck in the blinds, and I closed the blinds, but that was one thing. The bike then fell, and I haven't touched this bike for like 3 weeks. It's not like this is propped up against the wall. The saddle wasn't. It's always been like that, and it just kind of rolled back. And I thought, okay, maybe the pedal slipped, but again, not on the wall. Then this bag kind of twitched in the corner of my eye. I'm pretty sure it did anyway. Obviously watching telly, so I wasn't paying attention. And I'm just kind of now trying. I tried to film other stuff when the bike moved, and I deleted that video because nothing happened. But I'm just trying to see if I'm going mad and want to catch something. I've noticed things in this flat for quite a while, but I've always put them down to like neighbours' noise or whatever it might be. But this is the first time I've kind of actually seen things move. But yeah, so I don't really know. I want something to move, and I also don't want something to move. If anything is here, please, by all means, feel free to move something. Move one of the leaves here, move one of the leaves there, I don't know, whatever you want to move. Move the bike again, or the remote here. Don't be scared. Although I am a little bit scared. It's one of those horrible situations where you kind of want something off. There is no way. I'm so glad I got that on recording. I don't know why I'm coughing all of a sudden. Holy oh my god, I can't believe I actually got that on film.
Imagine telling someone that your house is haunted. Or better, imagine gathering with a bunch of people who live in some really scary haunted houses, and you decide to bring up your evidence of the haunting of your own house, and these would be the clips. Sure, it's something, but it needs more spice. Just like this channel, which in my opinion is missing the key. You're the key when you subscribe and watch the next video on screen.